The last few years have had their challenges in the world of travel, so what can we expect in 2023? Our travel expert, Sarah Dandashy, reveals that which is trending. Good morning, my dear.
Good morning. Thanks for having me back, as always.
Well, it's good to look into the new year, and you have the expert's crystal ball. What's trending for us right now?
Yeah, so I think it really is important to look back at like what 2022 was, which really was the year of getting back to traveling, visiting all of those old favorite destinations, checking off those big maybe bucket list destinations as well too. So considering that, 2023 really is the year that we're all going to dig a little bit deeper. So travelers are really opting for more off the beaten path locations. Some are even choosing really to unplug and go off the grid completely. We're seeing this big focus also on wellness retreats, continuing to plan trips with families of all different generations. And then also, interestingly enough, despite rising prices, people are still willing to splurge on those value-added experiences. So private tours and even travel advisors if they're going to help them book that ultimate trip.
Well, Sarah, do you think that the living through the pandemic as we did and those 2 years when it was so intense has impacted the travel decisions people are making right now?
Oh, absolutely. I like to always say that we're in this mindset of YOLO. You only live once, you know, and it's like, if not now, when? And so people are really there. It's like, why not? We have it. We can do it. We can take advantage of the time. And so that's a really exciting space to live in because people are going to be more adventurous. So that's definitely impacted the travel industry.
Well, and that said, then you mentioned off the beaten path sorts of destinations. What are we looking at?
So I think small towns, exploring the great outdoors. So maybe especially like internationally, for example, you know, we saw a lot of these big destinations last year, like people wanted to get back to Paris or Rome, London, etc. Now, what we're seeing this year is maybe going to these bigger hub cities, spending a day or two there, and then going to the towns nearby. So we're seeing a big interest in coastal towns in countries like Spain and Portugal, really cool. And people are looking to be really immersed in the local culture. Domestically, some great destinations. You've got Asheville, North Carolina. Everybody is talking about Asheville, by the way.
Gorgeous, yes.
There's a huge culinary scene there. But then even central coast of California, San Luis Obispo. I know I've personally been there like 6 times in the past 2 years. Train travel as well, too. The Rocky Mountaineer recently reopened, I believe, last year. But it's another cool way to experience the Rockies in a very different way via train.
Oh, I would love to. That is on my bucket list for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about best times. You know, there's sort of this urban legend out there that you buy your tickets on a certain day, you travel on a certain day. Is that true? And if not, what is the fact about that?
Yeah. Oh, I love that you bring that up because that is definitely, it's a huge thing. So obviously the urban legend is it's like, okay, you should buy your tickets on Tuesday. That's the best deal. Tuesday at noon, East Coast time. It's like, no. We're going to keep it really simple for you all. The best day to really book flights is whenever you find a cheap deal, okay? Because they really can happen at various times. Every company, every different online sites, they're always offering sales at random times. So you really want to you keep your eyes peeled for that. Now, really what we are seeing is it's not necessarily the time of when you book that's going to influence the cost of your ticket, but it's actually when you're going to fly.
Oh.
So more so consider that. So if you have flexibility in your schedule, try to fly maybe Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Saturdays. Those are often the least expensive days to fly. So just something as simple as that, just shifting the days of when you might be able to travel can actually save you a lot of money.
Okay, my head is spinning. I'm ready to go, Sarah. Thank you so much.
Of course, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And we'll be back with more local lifestyles right after this. Book that trip.